All right, we are live. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. And audio is working good, I believe. So we should be good on that. Let me know if volume could be turned up. I think this is the usual volume we work with. So, all right. First in the house today with chat is Craig Lilly. What's up, Craig? We got Staying 2007, who has already seen B580s being scalped for $500 on eBay. That is a rip-off deal. We can go take a look at that later, though. Let's see. Craig Lilly was in the hospital for a chemical stress test for your heart. Hope you're doing well, Craig. Hospitals, these last few weeks, I've been in and out of the hospital more times than I want to. So, it's not a fun place to be, but I hope you're doing well health-wise. We got Giant Robots in the house. What's up, KL130? What's up, RV Ancient West? Oh man, do I have some thoughts on the B580? Feel free to share them. I'm curious what your thoughts are, if they're different than a lot of people. It sounds like you might have different thoughts. Coalition Gaming Chris was in the house, but he's working out in the field in Bishop again. We'll try to make the streams all good. Do what you gotta do. Make that money. We got Chemical Aid. What's up, Extreme Zone? Is going well. Chemical Aid's been playing Lord of the Rings Return to Moria, which is kind of like the Minecraft-y digging, looting, adventure game, kind of like Valheim. I've seen that, but I've not picked it up yet. Of the Valheim-like games, open world, you know, RPG, survival, base building, looter shooter, or not looter shooter, but looters, diggers. I think Enshrouded is the next one I want to play. Enshrouded looks so good and in-depth. And it's pretty cheap too, so I want to pick that up and get into that. But yeah, the Lord of the Rings Return to Moria one, I mean, Lord of the Rings is cool and all, but between like Enshrouded and that, I'm gonna have to pick Enshrouded if I had to pick one game. Let's see, what's up, Spring? What's up, Tukaidia? Hopefully I said it, or Tuka Idea, one of the two. But I do use this chat. Because this is the only chat. Though we do have the Discord server, which we do have a stream submissions channel in here. You can't see it because my head is in the way. Oh, there it is, stream submissions. But if you go to stream submissions, you know, because you can't put links in the YouTube chat, this is where people post like links and pictures and stuff. If, you know, we're talking about it in stream and you want to share with the group. But, let's see. What's up, Reluctant Hero? Hazard Me says, it seems like the AIBs are scalpers now, lol. Only the Gunnir brand, and that's because they're like based in China. And I guess maybe getting it over here is more expensive. Yeah, they're like 100. The cards are like 370 to 400 for the Gunnir ones. Even if you buy from Amazon, it still says ship from China. We can take a look at that. What's up, Scott? Early Bird gets the worm. What did I miss? New Extreme Zone said, new idea for a gaming PC, build with the ugliest components. I'm curious what you guys think, if you've seen online what the ugliest PC that you've ever seen is. And I'm not talking just like dirty, you know, old PC. I'm talking about like if you were to build, or if someone built a new parts PC, what made it ugly aside from being like themed out heavily with like you know, images and decals and stuff like that. Because, or I think the case, to me, when I think of a ugly PC, I think, wow, that case is ugly. But when it comes to components like the RAM, motherboard, graphics card, cooler and stuff, those are kind of harder to make look ugly. But there are some really ugly cases, in my opinion. So I think an ugly PC to me is one that just has like a ugly case. But internally, I think it would be hard to make something ugly. Cammy Hudson bought a B580 from Newegg. Must be my timing. I got the Sparkle B580 being shipped right now. And I was curious if that was from a restock or from... Because they went on sale officially December 13th, which was last Friday. So the reviews dropped, the official reviews, you know, not leaks and stuff, official reviews dropped last week right after the stream. So stream was Wednesday, Then the embargo lifted Thursday, and then they went on sale from online retailers and stuff, and micro centers, I guess, on that Friday. So we, as a group, have not looked at the official benchmarks and results yet. So we'll do that during the stream. But I think everybody kind of knows that reviews are very good for the Arc B580. So hope the scalpers are sleeping. Scalping the B580s don't make sense. We can talk about that more once we get into the eBay portion of the stream, because we will take a look at the pricing there. But yeah, scalping this card makes no sense to me, and I'll explain why. What up, Adam Bilkis? Hello, I've just emailed you. Depending what's the email about. I've not checked yet. Kenneth McClellan says, I'm running. Oh man, I gotta get caught up on chat. Chat's going really fast. Kenneth McClellan says, I'm running 7700 XT now, but pre-ordered a B580 to mess around with. Hopefully it does not... you pre-order... Where'd you pre-order from? I did not... Okay, so I saw pre-orders, and I was stupid because I wanted to get one, like, without waiting for the pre-orders. So I didn't put the pre-order in, and then they just went out of stock, and they took the pre-order option away. So now, for me to get my B580, I might have to wait till, like... People are saying restocks on Newegg are January 3rd, but we'll have to see. What's up, Big Country? What's up, Techman? TY. Not YouTube. I always read it as YouTube, but can't beat 12 gigabytes for $250 unless you buy used 6700 XT, 750 XT, because you can't get those new really anymore. But in the used market, I have been seeing them for around 250-ish. And performance level is going to be similar, except it's like the AMD. So B580, 6700, 6750 XT are, you know, around the same price. Except a lot of the new ones, when you buy the Intel Arc B580, you can get the Assassin's Creed bundle, which I am trying to get. Because I like Assassin's Creed, even though Ubisoft gets a lot of hate these days. I like their big open world Assassin's Creed games. I can sink tons of hours into them easily. That's a $60 game. Even if you only value it at $40, that discounts a brand new Intel B580 quite a bit. Would I be up to do a custom water-cooled mini ITX PC? Mini ITX, and first, I've only done one custom water-cooled hard loop before in the past, and it was kind of a pain. I'm not a... The water-cooled, custom water-cooled stuff, to me, it's so much of a hassle. And then the maintenance and the cost, it's just, I'm not a huge fan of it. And then trying to fit it in ITX, oof, that's, yeah, not a fan of that at all. Mamba says, finally got to catch me live. Awesome, awesome. Glad to see you here. What's the difference between an 8GB 4060 and 12GB 580? We're actually going to pull up results in a second here so we can see. I don't have one on hand, so I'm just going to have to go based on the results of people who actually had them. But we'll take a look in a second. William Holmes just rebuilt a PC in the Antec Flux Pro case. Which one is that? Antec Flux Pro. Antec Flux Pro. That's not the one I built in. Okay, so the Flux Pro is this one. Okay. I built in a different Flux case with the wavy front. This one. I built in the DF700 Flux. Okay, but you built in this one. Nice. Yes, very big airflow in this case. Very big opening in the front. Weilao, an AIB, is selling the Arc reference model for $388. That's the Weilao Gunnier models, right? That we were talking about. Let me bring it up. Where is Amazon? Oh, I guess we just take a look at it. Nope, not that tab. Weilao, isn't this that company? Or am I mixing it up? I could have sworn on Amazon. Oh wait. Yeah, Weilao Gunnier. Okay. But what is this one? What is this? They're not the... Yeah, see, this is weird because this says Gunner on the side, but does the card actually look like... No, what the heck? They're using generic limited edition pictures. Yeah, because this is definitely the limited edition card. Because if you take a look also on the backplate there, it doesn't have this Gunner logo. So interesting why their store is listing... Oh no, it says limited edition here too. Huh. Why even put this here? Anyways, however that works out. 388, yeah, that's too much. That is way too much. I would pay a little bit of a premium, maybe like 20 to 30 bucks, but not 130 bucks. That's way too much. What up, Chase Atwood? Yeah, board partners are scalping. I mean, I don't know if this is considered scalping because let me see. I don't know. Yeah, because what the, it's not even coming up anymore. What the heck? Wait up. Let me redo the search. When I just searched this like an hour ago, I got all the options, and now it's just showing A580s and stuff. But I mean, so this one, so this is what I was talking about. This one comes, I thought I saw them say it comes directly from China. Sold by Weilao, yep. I guess it doesn't say specifically. It says on Newegg, it says coming from China, I believe. But either way, I mean, these cards do look a little beefy. You know, if these cards are always at this price, I don't know if it's considered scalping. It's kind of like Asus Strix models always being like 100 to 150 bucks more. It's just a premium you pay for that brand and model. So we'll have to see if these ones ever drop to like 250 or whatever, or close to 250, under 300. But I've only seen these cards stick at these prices ever since last Friday. So yeah, we'll have to see. Hey, what's up? John, you're not first today. You're sick. Hope you get better soon, buddy. Especially with holidays around the corner. Right, 1 week from now will be Christmas for anyone who celebrates it. So yeah. Hope you get better though, John. Thanks for checking in, or tuning in very briefly though. Want to buy the B580 for 400 cash? Did you get one, Robert? Nasty storm headed our way? Yeah. Well, wait, Scott. I forget. There's too many people. I don't remember who's from Washington. We did have a really crazy storm last night. Actually, it was this morning at 5 a.m. But yeah, there was a ton of hail that like piled up in front of my house, as well as I thought the windows were gonna break. That's how bad the winds and the rain and hail was. Yeah, that was the worst storm I've seen as of recent, but I was not aware of a nasty storm headed to Washington, if that's what you're talking about. You ever customize a case for a theme? Not a ton. I think like the Incredible Hulk PC was the most custom work I've ever done for a PC case. And I like painted the whole thing, put on decals, I like changed the LED colors, stuff like that. But not a ton, just because it's a lot of work for not a lot of return. Rflet says, still no tech drama this week, so I ordered an Olight O-Clip Pro. What is that? Clip-on light. Oh, okay. It's just a clip-on light? Okay. There was a little bit of tech drama. People dug up the records. They got the police body cam of Marquez Brownlee, MKBHD, of him getting 3 different tickets, and they just posted it online, and I don't know, man. People can't let that go, so. Okay, oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to skim through real quick, because we gotta get going with the stream. It's been 15 minutes, and I'm still getting caught up. Alright. Hey, we got Jason in the house. Says, yeah, but AMD, cry. I think AMD's gonna be fine. We're gonna see in, what is it? Gonna be January at CES, if they announce something. The thing is, even with Intel's release now, being like really good, they are technically a generation behind because they were competing with, you know, AMD's existing cards that have been around for, I mean, you're competing with Intel's 2-gen old card, like the 6700 XT, or like the slightly newer one in the 7600 XT. So, I mean, I think it's a good thing that now whatever Nvidia and AMD release, Nvidia's not, I don't think Nvidia's gonna release anything under like $400, $500 or $400, right? They're gonna release their like 80 series, maybe 90 series, 70 series, 70 Ti Supers, whatever the heck. And there's no way a 5070 is going to be less than $500. So we're not going to get cheaper options for Nvidia until later on next year. So if AMD, especially since the rumors that, you know, have been going around that AMD is going to be focusing more on the mid-range and entry level, there's a higher chance that they're going to release something in the ballpark, you know, on either ends of this $250 release that Intel had. So if they don't want to get, you know, dragged through the coals, they're going to have to release something of equivalent price and performance, which, if, you know, people who aren't as comfortable with going Intel because they're still only their 2nd generation in for dedicated graphics cards this time around, then they can go with the AMD option. But we'll have to see on all that. I mean, I think either way, just having more options sub $300, which is something I feel like, you know, I've mentioned on stream, I'm like a broken record by this point. That's always a good thing, so. Cammy Hudson says, nerd on budget, let me DM you. I'm not planning on using my Ubisoft bundle. The Assassin's Creed one? You should try to sell that. Because I'm planning on getting an Intel Arc card. So I should be getting a Ubisoft bundle too. You should be able to like sell that for 30-ish bucks easily. Maybe 40. And that could offset the cost. You can sell it on eBay, or there's Steam GameSwap subreddits where you could sell game keys. So I would recommend that too. I do appreciate, you know, you offering it, and I would be willing to pay for it. But I think I'm gonna get the B580 myself and get the bundle. And Assassin's Creed's not coming out till February, so I got plenty of time to get it. Assassin's Creed, ain't what it used to be. I enjoyed Valhalla, so yeah, and I liked Odyssey. I like the really big open world ones. So, oh my goodness, Gnomed, you're throwing off my my schedule here. Gnomed. Okay, where's the thing? Where's the thing? Gnomed, how you doing? Thank you for the 50 gifted memberships. So a bunch of you just got memberships, courtesy of Gnomed, one of the frequent super donors on the channel. So now you all got some access to Dino Nuggies, some Tater Tots, you got Jensen, Lisa Sue, and me. So, I wonder how they would feel about that if they knew that they were some of my emojis in my chat. But yeah, memberships, for the most part, it's just you get a badge for the streams, you get a badge for the Discord channel, and then you get access to these fun emojis and stuff like that. But Gnome, thank you. I appreciate it. We'll let it play for a bit. And then we'll get on to the rest of the stream. This is going to be a pretty chill stream. We'll talk about graphics cards and stuff, but we're leading into the holidays next week. So, we got to figure out what stream's going to look like next week. Because next Wednesday is December 25th. And I am pretty sure I will not be able to stream that day, but we will see. Big Country says, I generally don't like the idea of an Intel graphics card in my system every day. I hope this forces AMD and Nvidia to make something in this price range to compete. Why do you generally not like the idea though? See, that's the key question. Is it because you don't think it is stable enough yet? Is that the main reason? That would have to be the only reason, because if performance and price is there, what else is there to not be, you know, comfortable about? This is a Gnome Storm, indeed. Is 130 for a 6650 XT a good price? Very good price. I would pick that up stat. Very, very good price. You bought it? Okay, Cammy. So you did buy it December 13th and it only just shipped out? Yeah, so you bought it on launch day, Friday the 13th, last week, and they only just shipped it out today? Dang, that is... I feel like that is pretty slow. But I mean, I'm pretty sure it's been hectic if for however many the B580s they had. Yeah. Stability would be the main issue. I feel like based on most of the reviews that I have seen, stability is not a major concern. Yeah, it definitely is better this time around. I mean, you know, they've had a whole how many years now to kind of perfect the drivers and use the A770 and A750 as a platform for that, so. Knowing Danny, we will get... So I finished the first part of the LAN party stories prep video. Let me see if I can put the thumbnail on the thing. So I finished that one already, but the video I have not finished yet because it is a very long video. So I actually maybe we can do some A/B. It is really hard, especially when I'm not paying attention to getting thumbnails. So yeah, I have the prep video. Whoops. Here we go. So, of these two thumbnails, which one do you guys think would be better in terms of, like, performance? So I've got one where we're setting up the table, which this actually doesn't end up being the main configuration. So the table setup or at the computers. But this was the before the LAN party setup video thumbnail. So this video is completely done. It's uploaded. But I'm not going to release it until I finish the full video. And then I'm going to release them kind of like 1 day apart, 1-2 days apart. The table setup, probably computer setup, long table is better. The long table, I think, is more intriguing. This one is, and it's more lit up. This one's a little bit darker. Here, let me just run a quick poll. Which thumbnail? I guess, computer setup. And I'm actually very excited to get this video out because I know people have been waiting for it, and we've been talking about it since, you know, September. So yeah, between these two thumbnails, which one do you think is more click-worthy? Long table draws you. It's funny because we don't even end up using this setup. This is the setup we end up doing with the single middle big aisle instead of 2 narrow aisles on the side. But yeah, between these two. I'm just curious to see you guys vote. I'm gonna run the A/B testing, but yeah, it took me for. See, this is pulled from the footage, so it's not like I took a picture specifically for it, and that kind of makes it hard because it's being pulled from the video. It doesn't have, like, you know, good resolution, ideal lighting and stuff. So it took me a while to find 2 snapshots to get it from. So yeah. Thumbnails must have RGB though. I still don't know what the heck is Roblox giving me. Danny renting out LDT's Batman Arena for a giant node. I do want to attend one of the whale LAN parties. One of these days. I like the table thumbnail. Okay, long table for sure. Alright. So it seems like that one is slightly winning. Big Country said, regarding the B580, the NZXT aspect doesn't bother me when I think Intel. I think of all the school computers I used growing up and how even when they were new after a year or two, they were the worst thing ever. That's interesting because I feel like the opposite, right? So, when you think about it, you talk about those old school computers. I think of like the office computers, you know, all the Optiplexes and workstation towers. I think tons of those, after 10 years old, they're still running flawlessly, and people use them for budget PC builds. So for me, when I think like Intel processors, like I just did the video with the 4790K, which is a 10-year-old processor by this point, and it was still running, you know, modern games from the last year or two, like Last of Us and Final Fantasy. It did pretty bad, but like modern AAAs, even though like Cyberpunk's what, 4 years old now or something like that, but it's still used as like one of the modern benchmarks because of how difficult it is to run. And yeah, the 4790K did not stutter, did not have real issues with it despite being how old it is. So yeah, my viewpoint of Intel, at least the previous gen stuff, maybe not the newer ones with the issues, is that they last forever. Like Xeons, those $5 Xeons from 10 years ago that you can find on AliExpress that still run games, that's what I think of for longevity. But yeah, Legend So Cool says, I say long table because it makes me think, how are they going to use that long ass table and what's the process they're going to make it happen? We spent an hour trying to figure out the table situation because it was limited. This space is very limited up here. So, because we moved upstairs, it could fit everybody, but it could only fit them in a certain way. So yeah, you'll see that in the video. Let's see. When's it coming out? I really want to get it out Christmas Eve. But if not, I don't want to release it Christmas Day because people are going to be busy, right? So I'll release it either Christmas Eve or the next day or two after. So that Thursday or Friday. But I really need to get it done. It's just, you know, I'm going through 20 hours of footage. Plus, 20 plus hours of footage, so. Yeah, if you're talking about school computers, like, yeah, there'll probably be, like, Celerons, Pentiums, and stuff like that. So. Okay. We are almost half an hour into stream. Let me get on topic. So, people have voted. It's actually, some people like the computer setup thumbnail. So, yeah, I will be running AB, and we can take a look at the results on one of the streams post this being released. So, okay, let's do a quick recap, right? B580 released, the review embargoes were lifted last Thursday, and then last Friday they were available to buy. Available to buy in quotes, because I was actually checking, and I think they sold out within the first, like, couple of minutes. So they didn't really have that much stock, it seems. Or there was so much demand that they sold out regardless of how many they had. I would really like to know a number. Like, we talking hundreds or thousands here? Because it definitely seemed like hundreds with regards to how many were available. But if you didn't see, we'll take a look at the results real quick, how the B580 does. Prior to this, when they had the leak and things like that, I was when I looked, it looked like just everything based on the, the OpenGL score and whatever else that leak was, and just based on the specs, it was looking to be like a very close competitor to the 6700 and 6750 XT. So, here's Tech Power Up, very reputable. They got a card in, and they, based on their testing, because remember, everyone's going to test it differently, you're going to get slightly different results, but as long as you're like within the realm of each other between different independent reviewers, then I think they would be, you know, trustworthy. But Tech Power Up's been around for a long time, and they're a pretty reputable source. So they have the B580, if you consider that 100%, the 6700 XT and 6750 XT are, I mean, they're showing a bigger spread than other reviewers. So 5 to 11% is how much the AMD cards are faster than it. If we take a look at, this is Hardware Unboxed, which I like their charts because they do show, you know, the multiple game average. I really wish Gamers Nexus did multiple game average too. But so here, the B580 compared to the 6700 XT, I mean, you're talking between 73 and 77. That's like 6%, right? 5 to 6% difference. And then 6700, oh, sorry, I read that wrong. They don't have a 6750 XT on here. They just have the 6700 XT, which 75 to 77% FPS on average, rather. That's like 1 to 2%, like 1 point something percent. They do show, this is kind of strange though. The 3060 Ti being that much better than a 6700 XT. So I'm very curious as to what's going on here, because that's not where most people place the 3060 Ti versus the 6700 XT. And then let's look at the 1440p results, 12 game average. So the B580 here is also, again, within, you know, single digit percentage differences here, but the 3060 Ti is still beating it. And then let's see, where's the Tom's Hardware? Tom's Hardware, did they update this yet? I don't believe they updated this chart yet. So, yeah, I cannot bring that up. But that's what we're looking at. So $250, 6700 XT levels of performance, which is, if we look at eBay, 6700 XT and 6750 XT have been very well-regarded cards pretty much since they've released. There's never a point in time where people are like, oh, this card is not good value. Even at MSRP, it got pretty favorable reviews, and then once it hit the used market at lower prices, it became more favorable. If you wanted to buy one right now, how much is this thing? $260, $250 plus 10 shipping. Okay, so yeah, you're looking at around the same price, except this is used versus the new. Let me look at chat real quick. Because chat is probably going like a million miles an hour. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get through the stream and read through chat. So if I miss things in chat, I apologize. Yeah, let's see. I will not be releasing a 20-hour video, Cammy, but I will be having a 24/7 LAN Party Stories channel releasing this Friday, actually. The live stream, the 24/7 live stream, will be going live this Friday, I believe. Do I have a recommendation on a mini ITX case? I like the Revolt. The Revolt 3. This is probably one of my favorite ITX cases because it has this handle up top. And it's a vertical tower, so it takes up the footprint space on your desk, takes up very small. I have become a big fan of these vertical tower type ITX cases. And then this has a headphone holder too. Yeah, I like this case a lot. That's off the top of my head. There's a lot of good ITX cases, but like if I had to spitball one out right now, it'd be this case. But okay, let's see. From a Reddit post I just saw right now about the B580. Great card, but let's also be honest. If it were launched at $349, we'd be bashing it. Yeah. I mean, rarely are there bad products. There are bad products, like ones that burn your house down. But aside from the ones that are like completely dangerous or like degrade and like die prematurely, there's rarely bad products, just bad prices. So, I mean, I guess I saw that Reddit post too. I saw it earlier today. I don't understand the sentiment because you could say that about anything. Like, the only reason people complain about Nvidia and AMD is because of the price. Even with 8 gigabytes of VRAM, which has been like the biggest complaint for, I guess, Nvidia, like them skimping out. If they price their cards appropriately, then nobody would have an issue with it. But, so yeah, I agree with the sentiment, but Intel priced their cards appropriately. Let's hope that this wasn't just a temporary thing and either later on because of the demand. And I get tariffs might... Look, these $250 cards, they sound like a dream, like too good to be true right now. We don't know if tariffs are going to increase that price. And then we don't know if just over time, because of the high demand, you know, they might constantly be selling out and then they might adjust to, you know, fit the supply and demand. So we'll have to see. And then also next generations, because they have a good launch now, are they going to pull the Nvidia and Intel thing where, hey, let's raise the price of this tier of card for the new generation like 20 or 30 bucks. So we'll have to see about that, but yeah. Where can I get a decent PC? Everett area? I mean, there's plenty of sellers on Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp. You just have to take a look. You can go to jawa.gg, which is kind of a place that I recommend just because there's a lot of builders on Jawa and you can get it shipped to you, so you can save on the hassle of, you know, picking it up in person from some random dude on Facebook. But yeah, that's probably my go-tos if you wanted to buy like a custom built, either used or like new computer. Well, it depends on how many cards were pre-ordered by each seller. I think they went conservative on the amounts. Yeah, I can see that just because they did have they're still selling the A770s and A750s. Like those are still available. I actually wanted to take a look at the stock. So this is what Newegg is looking like right now. So we do have these Gunnier cards. Gunnier. I don't know how to pronounce this. They do look sweet. Like, look at this, man. This is a clean white card and with this like big badge glowing, what is it, pyramid logo right here. I think this is a very clean looking card. But no one's trying to pay $430, $180 over MSRP of the limited edition one anyways for it. But you could add these to cart. Oh yeah, so here, yeah, Newegg was the one that said it was from China, which I'm pretty sure that's a little bit of why it's so expensive. Because it's free shipping, but not really when it's coming from China. Shipping just overseas is more expensive, and then even though tariffs aren't in place right now, yeah, I don't know why these cards are so overly expensive or what could explain it, but they just are. So this one's sold out. This is the one that I want specifically, and if I do end up getting it, then you get the holiday bundle Assassin's Creed Shadows. So I really want that because this is worth like 50-60 bucks. That'll offset the cost. This becomes effectively, because I was going to buy Assassin's Creed anyway, a $200 card. And I want the limited edition one just because it's kind of like the Founders Edition one. It might not be the most heavily clocked and best cooling. I'm sure it's good enough, but I want it because it is the Intel specific one. And then, so it's weird because the way that they list it, this one says out of stock. This one used to say out of stock, but now it says coming soon. And this one also says coming soon from the two ASRock. And then the Sparkle one also says out of stock. Nitro one has auto notify. So all the out of stock cards, we have 3 different options that we're looking at from Newegg. And I'm actually not sure what they mean because this one has out of stock with auto notify. This one has auto stock without auto notify. So does that mean this one is even further out from being restocked? And these two don't even have auto notify. They don't say out of stock and they just say coming soon. So could they be restocking in the next 2 days? I don't know. So I'm just going to be refreshing, but I don't think I'm going to pick up any of these cards. I want the limited edition one. Hey, we got Chris here. Headed back to the hotel for work site, made to stream. Woo, what's up, Chris? Glad you're done for work for the day. We're just talking about B580 stuff right now. Is it worth it to overclock the Ryzen 7 5800X? Not to my knowledge. All that generation, I mean, I think for the most part, the last few generations of Ryzen processors have not been very good for overclocking. I think most people just like play with PBO a little bit and just leave it at that. Unless you're talking about PBO overclocking, then I think, or like underbolting and stuff, then I think messing around with that could be worth it. But if you're talking about just like straight up, you know, your own manual overclocking, I don't think people have been able to get much gains. But let's see. Okay, I gotta reset the chat. You can only sell the B580 at $250 at cost, and Intel goosed those AIBs with some CPU slack like Raptor and broker off to make the margin loss. $380 to $450 is the real channel price. You can only sell the B580 at $250. What do you mean by that, Mike? Mike is the resident analyst, industry analyst. So, but sometimes what he types is a little bit cryptic. So, see, these are the real prices cards, not the fake PR price. Okay. Let's see. Supposedly the B580s will be restocked next month, January. Yeah. I hope the holiday prices are still available though, because I don't want this deal to go away. If this is only a holiday bundle and then after Christmas and New Year's when they restock this is gone, I'm gonna be a sad camper. Funny thing I did notice though was let me see. These Gungnir cards actually don't have that bundle, so they're even worse value. But where is that card? Where did I find it at? Oh yeah, take a look at this. Okay, it was a Newegg card. This is the A580 from last gen, and if you look at the performance, like let's look at Tom's Hardware. A580, right? The A580, it's 1080p card, performs similar to a, let me zoom in for you, because this is, oh, never mind, that's not gonna work. But that's an RX 6600 there, and then if you look on Tech Power Up as well, the A580, where are you at, A580? You're right next to A580 and 6600, pretty on par with each other, right? Like single digit performance differences. But, let's go back to that. Where did I just put it? I have too many tabs. Where did you go? Oh, here it is. Yeah. This one comes with the Assassin's Creed bundle also for $170. Look, this card is old by now. Older. But for $170 with Assassin's Creed, given that the performance is very similar to an RX 6600, for someone who is already gonna buy Assassin's Creed and the Ubisoft bundle thingy, they value it at $70 because you get 6 months of Ubisoft plus Assassin's Creed. $170, this is a kind of crazy deal. I feel like I might have to just pick this up so I can secure the Assassin's Creed Shadows bundle, and then, you know, have like a card that I effectively spent $120-ish for that performs around the RX 6600. This, I mean, wouldn't you guys agree? This is like not that bad of a deal because of the bundle. Without the bundle, I'd be like, eh. But with the bundle, it seems pretty worth it. And if, for those of you who don't care about this, you could just sell it on eBay or on Reddit for like 30 or 40 bucks. So that drops the price down. But yes, Nemus, paper launch. Paper launch. They got paper hands, paper launch. Coalition Gaming says, as a joke, someone should do a video that... Oh! I saw something else too. Where was it? Here. Okay, as a joke, someone should do a video that's 580 versus 580 versus 580 three-way battle. It's kind of related to that. Look at this. So this is on Newegg right now. The ASRock Challenger Arc A580 listed for $250 out of stock. I don't know if this has always been out of stock. The price is definitely not what it should have been. You think somebody, like a lot of people accidentally bought this thinking because it was priced like this, plus it kind of looks like a B580, if you don't look closely, just, you know, you think this was mistakenly bought because it was $250 or close to $250? Because to me it doesn't make sense for... Oh, this is sold by a third-party seller. Let me look at this review. I wonder if they were trying to like bait people into buying it. What are their bad reviews? Where are the reviews at? Here we go. Got entirely wrong product, poor delivery. Got a completely wrong product. Okay. Other than that, not on time, but response help you. Okay. Yeah. I wonder if this third-party seller is trying to take advantage of the situation because of the high demand, and they listed this card at $250. Ubisoft is desperate as heck after their debacle with their stock going downhill. I mean, I'm not going to say that Ubisoft has had the best gaming marketing strategy, but I think the Assassin's Creed games they've easily provided me however much I paid for them in terms of hours of entertainment versus and me just enjoying the games. But I haven't played all the Assassin's Creed games. I for the most part just played Odyssey and Valhalla, but those games you can easily sink hundreds of hours into. So it's yeah, I'm very much of the ones that are more like that are themed specifically for like, you know, for like Rome and stuff. Rome, and then the Vikings, and now we have Japan. So the ones that are in like the desert countries, not so much. Though I should pick them up and play them eventually. Don't forget next year tariff. Yeah, tariffs next year are definitely gonna shake things up. So when it comes to waiting, if you're not buying top of the line stuff, might as well build your PC like now. Unless you're waiting for a $500+ graphics card, which may be more than that, you know, from Nvidia or whatever. It's gonna be more after the tariffs. No, you can buy now. What else did I had pulled up? Okay, so that was the B580 talk. There were some articles regarding it. Like, let me see. Well, this is way zoomed out. High demand for Intel's Arc B580 as retailers receive weekly restocks. Demand outstrips supply. Yep. Okay. Let's see where they got the source from. Intel told, wait, it's so good that many retailers have run out of stock almost as soon as it launched, as Intel told The Verge that it's working hard to put more GPUs on store shelves. Whatever that means. Yeah, why not release some of the numbers of how much inventory you had? Okay, and then this is a bunch of this is just fluff stuff. I guess so. It sounds like a few people have chimed in that they've picked up or gotten an order of the B580s, but it didn't seem like that many people in the chat. So holy crap, we are at like 180 something viewers. What's up, everybody? I feel like we must have some new people here. Welcome to the stream. We're here every Wednesday at 5 p.m. PST. And we just talk about whatever tech news and do, you know, sometimes do tech stuff. But we just hang out and talk as a community of, you know, PC loving nerds. But that is my elevator pitch of what this stream is about. If you are new, and welcome to the stream. I appreciate you being here. Okay, let me get caught back up on the chat. Last time I got a game with a GPU, I didn't even buy one. Friend of mine bought 2 GTX 980s, got Witcher 3 codes. Nice. I'm waiting for the end of the year, building a new AM5 platform with DDR5. Nice. Yeah, I mean, just get it in before whenever the tariffs will take place, which I honestly, even after the transition, I don't know how long it will take for them to like be put in place. So Owen Ellison says, yo bro, I have a question which is kind of different. So basically I disabled my monitor so that I was able to get any resolution in a game. Disable your monitor to get any resolution in a game. It's been fine for weeks. Can I hurt my PC? You're talking about using like, what do they call it again? Not necessarily like using the upscaling, but you could use, let me take a look real quick at the control panel. It's using like monitor scalers. I forgot what the exact term was it for. Like the DSR factors, right? Yeah, the dynamic super resolution. That's what it is. Sorry, I didn't want it to be confused with like DLSS and FSR and stuff like that. But you're talking about even outside of gaming, just like you have a monitor that's not 4K, but you can use DSR or AMD's equivalent to make it equivalent of 4K. To my knowledge, no, I don't think that could hurt your monitor long term. I'm not super aware of any situations that has ever happened where, you know, using scaling factors to artificially increase the resolution has been damaging to it. But yeah. If anyone in the chat knows about it, feel free to chime in, but I'm not aware of that. Reluctant Hero pre-ordered the Intel 580 limited edition from Newegg, but when they were processing orders last week, they couldn't bill my debit card. I didn't notice the emails until the next day and they canceled it. No! Oh man, that's gotta hurt. Wait, Reluctant, are you trying to get this for a build ASAP, or is it just to play around with? Because, like, do you already have a working build and this is just to have a secondary card? Like, that would suck if you're trying to build and get something up and running and then that's gonna limit you or delay you. It's not really a need, just wanted it. Okay, yeah. For me too, like, I never need a graphics card. Because of what I do, I will always have graphics cards that I can pull from the shelf to use. But the B580, it's a curiosity thing, but I am planning on putting it in my computer and using it full time. Kind of like what I did with the A770 for, how long did I do that for? It was a little bit over a year, I think. Yeah, Owen, I don't believe that if that could damage your screen, then I don't think that would really be an option for them to do it. Yeah, it's just kind of scaling it. It'll probably be blurrier than the true resolution, but it's no different than, you know, what they're doing when you're gaming and getting that 4K. in March there will be a bunch of cheap 3090s. See, just based on the power draw of the 3090 though, would you get a 3090 or would you rather get an equivalent newer card of that? You know what I'm saying, like a 40 series card. Stalefish says, I'm looking to replace Stalefish, Stabfish. You know, I'm always going to be asking this. Even no matter how many times you tell me, I cannot. It could be read both ways. Stalefish or Stabfish. But let's just say Stalefish. I'm looking to replace my GTX 1070. Yes. Replacing your 1070 with a 6700 XT equivalent power of a card is definitely the one to do it at $250. Yeah, I would agree. With all this news, I'm very curious. How many people are excited about the Nvidia leaks and launch? So I saw a couple of cool things that we can talk about. Let's see, Nvidia LAN Party CES 2025. So, they're doing a big LAN party at CES as well as some remote locations. Wait, what is this sound? Stop it. Yeah, so they're doing like a big LAN party at CES. GeForce LAN 50 is what they call it for the 50 series cards launch. I think it's a 400 person LAN, which is pretty interesting. Never mind. So there's some stuff that I might know about that I can't talk about. But anyways, let's watch this video real quick. Please don't demonetize me for joining us in person or online. Hey, what's up, Big Tone 9800? They don't actually show any LAN party. It's just like gaming footage. Yeah, so in Las Vegas, Beijing, and Berlin, and Taipei. Yeah, so they're gonna have this LAN party, and then afterwards, it's gonna end right before Jensen's keynote, I believe. But so there's gonna be a lot of 50 series news coming from CES, but I don't know about y'all. I'm not super excited about it just because here's my prediction, and let me know what you guys think and what your predictions are. All these cards are gonna release, and the cards are going to be priced within like 10% of the previous generation's equivalent card. So let's say the 5070 releases, and then, you know, it's almost equivalent to the 4080. I guess would it really be like an $800 card? The 4080 really dropped in price because the 4080 Super kind of took its position at $1,000. That would be very expensive. I just feel like they've never provided a ton of value when you looked at, you know, the new generations, comparing it kind of like diagonally downwards to the last gen's offering. Like, the previous generation's cards values have always still made sense. It's not like they became completely obsolete just because the new cards released. So why would they change the formula this time around? And so some of these, hey, what's up, Death? Sweatiest LAN party. I don't know if this one would be the sweatiest. 400 people. I mean, compared to the 1,000 people LAN parties, but so some of the specs have been released because some companies that either are listing the cards or like there's Acer pre-built. This is all from videocards.com, by the way. So some of the specs have been released, like the RTX 5080 is apparently going to be 16 gigs and 32 gigs for the 5090, which is kind of a very big gap. How do you go from a 90 series to an 80 series card and you just cut the VRAM just in half? From 32 down to 16. Like, they couldn't go with 20 or 24 gigs. But in terms of what will be available out the gate, and I don't know, man, some of these leaks, it seems like they could be planned. So we don't know if this is an actual leak or a planned leak where they're like hey Zotac, list some of these cards ahead of time just so we can get some news and buzz talking about our stuff leading up to CES. But either way, it looks like they only had cards listed as low as the 5070, and Zotac seems to be the one who oopsied here. So yeah, down to the 5070, which, like I said at the beginning of the stream, if you are trying to buy a card for $500 or less, don't even bother waiting for 50 series cards. You could argue that when the 50 series cards drop, secondhand market will be looking better, or when tariffs hit, secondhand market is going to be looking worse. So it's kind of a gamble whether or not you want to wait for the announcements and the release of these cards. I've, again, always been of the mindset, if you need a computer right now, get it right now. Prices aren't bad. It would be, I would understand if, like, I don't know, the prices were like being scalped or there's a shortage and pandemic time frame and stuff like that. But prices are good right now. They might be a little bit better next year, but they could also be worse. So why not just be safe and get a computer that you can start using right now instead of in a month or two or whenever, you know, these become actually available. But yeah. Christmas continues for us in January. CES 2025. Exactly. I'm not going to CES, unfortunately. Even if I wanted to make a last minute decision to go, I cannot. Real life commitments right now are pretty heavy across the board. So yeah. Death Tech, Jawa as a whole will be at CES. Or not as a whole, but multiple Jawa team members will be there. So if you guys see Amanda, is it Thomas, Amanda? No, it's 4 of you guys, right? Paul, Thomas, Amanda, and you, Ryan, I believe. But yeah. It would be awesome to see you guys there, but I cannot go, unfortunately. It's stale fish. I got it right. Stale fish. Gotta remember it. Stale fish, stale fish, stale fish, stale fish. Not stab fish. Stab fish is... Yeah, he would put an 8 instead of a 1-3. That's not a B. That's stale fish. Got it. All right. I'll remember that now, hopefully. Mr. Guillotine, I don't give a damn about Nvidia. It's not in my budget. Not even their low end. I don't know, man. 3060 Ti's, I'm starting to see them pop up in my market for $200. That's actually not too bad. Especially considering, obviously it's used, right? But if we're considering, you know, like Tech Power Up, where did they put the 3060 Ti? Yeah, 3060 Ti, they put it right at the B580. Even Hardware Unbox put the 3060 Ti right at the B580. So in the used market for like 225 to 250, I mean maybe not 250 because you can get a brand new card for 250, but like 200 to 225, 3060 Ti still kind of makes sense. Chen Shori is planning on getting a 5090, has already ordered a 7800 X3D. Nice! You're able to find one? But yeah, that's close enough to a 9800 X3D. It'll handle like pretty much every card just fine. But getting a 5090, good luck on that. I'm sure it's gonna sell out like instantly. Like the 90 series card, or I guess you could only really say that going back to the last 2 gens. But yeah, because you know, enthusiasts be enthusiasts, they're just gonna pay whatever it's gonna cost. So Briconic or Briconic, I'm kind of excited for the 50 series, but it depends on how much VRAM they have. I would prefer to have 12 to 16 gigs, currently at 8 gigs. Okay, let's take a look at some of these. The video cards rumor specs. So they're saying, I don't know how much. So you want 12 to 16 gigs. So yeah, likely that they'll have a 5060 Ti at 16 gigs. 5060, man, if it's at 8 gigs again, at this point, people are really wanting 12 gigs with the 60 series cards. Did they have another? Let's see. Memory. Okay, so this is the rumored, and this was based on December 16th, so only just 2 days ago, right? So here's the rumored specs. So 32 gigs on the 90s, and then 16 gigs on the 80s and 70 Ti. 70 being 12 gigs. And then this right here, I mean, I don't understand this. Going from 12 and then having a 16 gig 5060 Ti, like, why? Can anyone explain this? Mace says, would you recommend building a PC right now or waiting for the 5080, 5090 to come out? I say right now. I'm about to build a PC right now for a friend of mine. Like a close friend of mine. I got the parts right here. Here's the power supply from Black Friday that I bought. I got that. Whoops, that's upside down. I got that Master Watt Gold V3. And I got the... Let me get the 4070 Super. I wanted to build this on stream, but I couldn't get it set up in time. But yeah, I mean, I recently bought a 4070 Super to build for a friend's PC. So, like, the advice that I give, it's, you know, based on what advice I would give either to myself or to people who are near and dear to me in my life. And shout out to Jason for helping me get that 4070 Super. But yeah, I would say prices are pretty good right now. Especially we just had Black Friday, so you might have missed out on a little bit of the deals there. But I think it's, if you need a PC now, it's not a bad time. And we don't know if it's going to get worse with potential tariffs. You know, I don't know all the countries on the list, but I know that for, you know, PC components specifically, China being on the list and any adjacent countries is not a good thing for prices. You're not going to be making any videos? Honestly, making videos at events is very tiring. So I mean, just enjoy the event. If I went to CES, I would probably look to get sponsored and then I would have to make videos, but that would be an obligation because making videos instead of just getting to enjoy the event, yeah, I enjoyed making like the LTX videos and stuff like that. It's awesome, but it's so much work. Is it mandatory to get the new generation GPU every year just to be a viable gamer? I don't think so. I mean, I think you could use like 20 series cards easily. I just showed a video this past weekend gaming on a GTX 970 and it performed pretty dang good being a 10-year-old GPU. So, no, I have never been of the mind. To me, enjoying gaming is not having good graphics. To me, enjoying gaming is enjoying the game. The gameplay itself, the story, things like that. Graphics are nice to have, but, you know, if you're poor or broke, then, you know what? Low graphics to me is good enough. You know, beggars can't be choosers when money is limited. I would rather play a game at low settings than not play a game at all. I've said this many a times. But you don't have to go that extreme, right? Like, just even having, if somebody had a 2080 right now, which is pretty cheap in the used market, I would say you could still enjoy pretty much any modern game easily. Even a 2070 is not bad either. Getting to 2060s, yeah, you're gonna be stuck to like 1080p medium settings on the newer games, but that's still, to me, not the worst thing in the world. Resolution does not exponentially like increase my enjoyment of a game. Mike Brazone is saying, don't worry about PC component tariffs. All the design manufacturers will move the product out of from other than China, and while a wee bit, okay, when you say a wee bit, Mike, what do you think tariffs on average will affect PC components? You're thinking like single digit, like up to 10% price changes? Cause like, what's a wee bit? On a $300 graphics card, paying an extra 30 bucks. I mean, again, it's not the end of the world. Way better than pandemic times, but 30 bucks is like an upgrade to your SSD or potentially RAM and stuff. So, you know, It's like moving up to a nicer case, etc. And then that's across every component. So yes, I agree, Jacksta. Unless you buy used, or wait, unless buy used, don't pay retail for. Wait, what? Buy used, don't pay retail for old gen. Ah, yes, I see what you're saying. But you shouldn't pay retail for an old gen GPU used either. I think what you meant to say is don't pay retail for an old gen GPU, buy it used. GUC fan, I gamed on a GTX 680 for almost 10 years. I know people who have used their PCs for 10 years. Hey, what's up, Tavian? How you doing? You're better off buying a new GPU every few years and investing 600 in stocks and bonds. I don't think many people are taking it to that extreme with regards to, you know, investing their money and trying to use it to get their next GPU upgrade. What the tariffs is really about is EV cars, which yes, that I'm aware of, and bikes and other hard goods like major appliances and stuff like that. Yeah, well, didn't Biden have to put in a what's it called? The word is slipping my mind, but I thought we did have tariffs on PC parts for a while until an exception was put in. Am I remembering that wrong? This was like, what was this, 2 years ago? My memory is not that great to begin with, but that is something I remember. I would have to look it up specifically, but look, I would be glad to be wrong. I would love for in, you know, 1 month, 2 months time, people to come back and say, Danny, you scared everyone needlessly because there were no tariff price increases. I'd be like, and I would be like, good. I am glad to be wrong, because that affects me just as much. But, let's see. Death Tech, joke's on you. I'm avoiding tariffs by making deals with the drones and the ocean aliens. Yeah, no, I haven't really been following the whole drone situation, and now, for some reason, everyone is talking about aliens. So, Danny, pass me. You see the barbecue lays? Okay. So, I needed a snack before the stream. And I can show you because we have this nice camera now. What are y'all's thoughts? Would you want the Lays even if they are... Look at that date. August 2024. August 13th. So 4 months old Lays. At least... that's the guaranteed fresh until printed date, right? It says guaranteed fresh until printed date. Man, look at how good the close-up quality on this camera is. But yeah, so these were only guaranteed fresh up until 4 months ago, but I just found them in the garage and I was hungry, so I ate them. Would you have still wanted them? To me, Best Buy dates are just that, Best Buy. But I don't know what the expiration date would actually be, but hopefully it's longer than 4 months, so I don't have to be sitting on the toilet later. But yeah. Email Lays will get you a free coupon? Well, that's my fault. I bought them. I think these were... These might be LAN Party March chips, or around that time frame, or something like that. I definitely bought these before the date. It is my fault for not eating them and letting them sit in the garage. But, yeah. They probably have enough preservatives to last until GTA 6, which, yeah, I mean, speaking of, GTA 6, I forgot. So I was like, yes, it's coming in 2025. But then I'm like, no, it's just going to come to console in 2025. If it follows GTA 5, which released in 2013, kind of crazy how long it's been since GTA 5 came out, it will not release for like a year and a half until after the console release. Which, I mean, we got to go knocking on Rockstar's doors and change their minds, right? Because I cannot be waiting with GTA 6 like available on console for another year and a half until it comes to PC. I bought a PS3 for GTA 5 launch because I wanted to play it so badly. I am not doing that again this generation. I'm not going to buy a console specifically for one game. But I also, the wait's going to be painful. Hey, thanks for the membership join, Robert Fixit. Nerd on the tight budget. B580 before GTA 6. Yeah, I know, right? It doesn't matter if they replace them. I can't do that because I would feel horrible. That is effectively stealing, in my opinion, because it was my fault. So I'm not gonna steal some barbecue, even though they are like a multi-million or billion-dollar corporation. I shouldn't feel bad. I mean, I shouldn't say I shouldn't feel bad about stealing from them, but you know what I mean. Lays is cookie. What do you think about the 7900 GRE? Great card. I saw rumors somewhere. It might have been video cards that the 7900 GRE might the production might stop, but that might be old news. Stop production. Let me see if I can bring that up now that you are talking about it. According to Tweaks, yeah. So this is a Tech Power Up article today. That's where I saw it. GRE China Edition GPU reaches end of life. So if you were trying to get a 7900 GRE, and this is rumors, this is according to Tweakers, which I'm not super aware of this website. They don't even like have a link to that original article. Let me see. Nope, they don't. Yeah, the source. Oh, here it is. Source is Tweakers, which this is. That's why I don't know much about it, because it's in Dutch. But yeah, so this is a Dutch tech news outlet. Yeah, 7900 GRE is reaching end of life status as confirmed by multiple AMD board partners. They have contacted. The announcement comes just months ahead of the expansion to the European market. Tweakers report that supply rapidly declining across retail channels. Okay, so the Asus models remain somewhat available. The manufacturer has informed Tweakers that deliveries are currently limited. So things are pointing towards this being, it's going to be like out of stock, unavailable soon. Okay, so yeah, what someone else asked. Vince asks, Danny, are you trying to grab one of the new Intel cards? Any luck? I'm trying very hard. I am refreshing Newegg like a madman, trying to catch one if it gets back in stock. I have not been lucky enough to grab one, but I'm also being picky because I have the, I'm lucky enough to be able to. I don't need it. This is more of a want, but I do want the limited edition one. So I will wait until I can get that. Though, again, man, I might pick up the, I don't know. I don't have an A580 on hand. This card might age well. I'm going to put this in my cart right now. This deal. I'm going to pick it up right now just because I'm going to lock in the Assassin's Creed Shadows key. And if anything, I can sell it if I do get another one with a key. So, it's all good. Ryan, which one did you get? Death Tech Ryan got a B580. Wait, like you bought one brand new? Or did you get one from like a GPU trade-in or something like that? You got the stock model. I am mad jelly of you. Did you get it on last Friday when they went live? You got it from Micro Center? How many were there? Could you pick up 2? I would have totally paid you to pick me up one and paid for shipping for you to send it to me. Did it come with the Assassin's Creed bundle by chance, or is that only a Newegg thing? There were 2 left. You just reserved one? Dang. Have you started playing with it yet? I am jealous. Let me pick up this A580 real quick. Haven't even unboxed it. Oh, we were going to take a look at B580 scalped prices, in which I wanted to talk about. Wow, this stream is actually a little bit more, there was more I wanted to talk about than I thought. But, so, the reason earlier in the stream I said scalping the B580 doesn't make sense because the demand for this card, Digital Foundry, is this the Digital Foundry? Bro, 6413. You think this is the Digital Foundry? Anyways, before I get to this, Yeah, scalping these cards don't make sense to me compared to like the pandemic, because during the pandemic there were no alternatives, right? Like, let's say you wanted a 3060 or something, people would be like, no, don't buy the scalp prices, get previous generation cards. The used market in previous generation, that was all shuffled and the prices went up across the board. Remember, GTX 1070s were going for like $200. So during the pandemic, scalping, you know, I'm going to say scalping made sense for people who wanted to profit because there was no alternative. There are so many alternatives to getting a B580 level card that nobody in their right mind is going to pay $425 for it. We just pulled up 6700 XTs for $260 on eBay. So the only people, and I can't see anyone who's paying for these because it makes no sense. Like, I hope whoever gets these cards sit on this inventory and then they just lose money at the end of the day because people are just going to wait and get them from the actual stores. And then they're gonna be screwed over because, yeah, screw this. Screw scalpers for sure. Holiday returns till January 31st. They can return for free. You're right. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this though. I want to actually look at this account too. Digital Foundry. 18,000 items sold. Yeah, it's probably not them. And they're selling candy. Whoa. Hi Cheese, Jolly Ranchers. What is this? They're selling the most random stuff. Foot cream. Okay. I was about to say. I don't know. Maybe I could see, like, Digital Foundry is a pretty big channel and they go through a lot of hardware, so they could be selling stuff off just to like recoup costs, right? Like, it's not out of the world to me if they had their own official eBay channel that they were selling, eBay account selling stuff. But okay, let's see. Elevate your gaming experience. Okay, the Intel. Yeah, okay. This is just like, I sell computer and communication related materials. Also, consumer items, favorite list. Okay. All right. So yeah, probably not them. They don't even have a unique description, but they do seem to have actual product photos, maybe. Or this is pulled from a reviewer's website. Anyways, if we look at the other prices, the Gunner models are going for the same price. Some people, yeah, this is a $500 one. Peanut Warrior. You could go, Peanut Warrior can go eat a dick. $500? What are you doing here? You are scumbag Steve material. Let's look at this. And shipping is $17. This is a pre-sale? You don't even have it? You horrible person. Scumbag of the day right here. New confirmed pre-order. $500. Huh. How could I mess with this person? Just buy it and then, you know how easy it is to scam sellers? I'm not going to do this. I'm not telling people to do this. But I have intrusive thoughts sometimes. And this is my intrusive thought right now. Again, this is not telling anyone to do this. This is just me and my intrusive thoughts. I want to buy this card, open it, and then take the card out, put some rocks in, then repackage this in the eBay box, and then film myself recording it, opening it, saying he sent me a box of rocks. So then he owes me the $500 and I get to keep his card. That's how like I want to combat these scammers. I wouldn't do this to a legit person, but yeah, like I almost paid $500 for mine, Australian dollars. Yeah. Okay, let's address So Said scalping. No scalpers. It's the channel making their margin. For example, 9800 XUD AMD is selling them for the trade price of $431, not to give the margin away. Wait, whoa, so, didn't you... You gotta break it down for the dumb people like me, Mike. Are you saying this B580, with the margins taken into account, is worth $500? No way, right? What is your supposed price because I have heard Intel are selling these for like pretty much dirt cheap, just because, you know, they need to gain market share, they need to all these things, like look good for, you know, the next gen and to fix the blunder of their CPU problems, whatever. They need to be seen in a positive light. But what is this compared to a 4060? Let's look at that quick reference real quick. 4060 would be within single digit performance differences. So 4060 is 94% of the 580. Do I still have the YouTube videos up, or did I pull it away? Or if you're looking at 1440p performance, 4060 50 compared to 57, that's about a 11 to 12% difference in performance according to Hardware Unboxed. So depending on where you look at, let's just say 10% performance difference if we had to pull a magical number on average. Yeah, I know it's not a 1440p card, but I mean, you can let's actually look at the other number. So 1440p was about 11 to 12%. Here's 1080p performance differences. 4060 versus the so 72 versus 77. That comes in at like a 6%, 6 to 7% difference in performance. Actually, no, it's more of a 7% difference between these two. But the 1440p, the more VRAM is going to help that a little bit more. So yeah, I never had a good experience with Intel graphics. Hopefully they stepped it up. Well, what graphics experience have you had in the past with Intel? Did you have an Arc A series card, like an Alchemist one? I bet it could play games at 1440p medium settings. Yeah, I can see that. And then I guess you could do 1440p with like scaling, DLSS. Or not DLSS, what am I saying? It's an Intel card. XeSS or FSR. But at that point, versus 1080p, I guess you could see which one looks better to you, but, you know. So the channel adds 1.5. Okay, so just based on that, you're thinking, if we say 250, right? Because you did 80 bucks times 3 is 240. Times 1.5 is 360. You're thinking for them to make the proper margins as typical graphics cards do, Mike, you're saying the B580 should really be going for like around 350? If the math is right based on your explanation? Which, for 350, I don't know if anyone's gonna buy that. Oh, we can look at the ray tracing performance too, because that was pretty interesting to see. So 6-game ray tracing average, right? So the B580, even though it's better raster than the 4060, it does fall behind. First of all, for 250 bucks, I don't expect anybody to enable ray tracing. But if you were curious, Nvidia with their 4060 still comes out on top, even with the less VRAM too. I mean, this graph shows multiple things. One, Nvidia is still really ahead of the curve. And two, AMD is way behind, to the point where it's even behind Intel, because the 7750 or 7700 XT, that's a $400 card. And it's performing the same as the B580, which is for sale for $250. So yeah, AMD's ray tracing performance is still very lackluster. But then again, this is so weird because it's a $400 card versus a $250, quote unquote. And then you got Nvidia's card up here, just like dominating both of them by like 20% or so. No, this is like more like 10-ish%. Sorry, I got the digits wrong. Jake Dog ordered a Steel Legend B650 motherboard. What do I think? Ordered that with the Steel Legend B580 GPU. Nice. I don't... What are the Steel Legends usually priced? Are those typically a little bit more expensive? Steel Legends. Oh. Yeah, so they're not like premium, but they're more middle of the road. Definitely more expensive than the more entry level B650 boards. But what does the Steel Legend B580? Which one does that look like again? Oh, it'll look similar to this with that tricolor fan. Yeah, I think that's gonna look pretty sweet because the backplate also has that, right? Here, B580 Steel Legend. Boom. What's that? Oh no, the backplate on this one's actually cleaner. It doesn't have that camo. So this board's gonna have like a bunch of the digital camo on it, the grayscale camo. And then if this website will load, instead of just holding here, I think this one's a little bit, yeah, this one has a more cleaner design. I mean, you're gonna look sweet for a white build. So congrats on getting a B580. I'm jealous. Ray tracing is going to be a minimum requirement, though, for some games. That's the Indiana Jones things, right? That game that still makes zero sense to me. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle requires hardware ray tracing. Meaning you cannot play the game with a graphics card. I'm sure there's mods for this already. Let's take a look. Let's see. GTX 1080 Indiana Jones. Oh, hey, look. Indiana Jones on the Great Circle on a non-ray tracing graphics card. Wait. No, it doesn't work? No! Wait. They said there's gameplay benchmark tests. What? Yeah. Oh, so it actually isn't working. It's getting the, first of all, why is this quality so garbage? Nice benchmark. Trying Indiana Jones on the 1080 Ti. I'm sure someone's gonna come up with the mods or something. Nope, it doesn't work. Are these just like troll channels? So there's a 4060, 570 doesn't work. I mean, I understand the game says it requires it, but the modding community is usually pretty amazing at being able to do stuff like this. It's run, let's see, 1080p low. Wait. Does it list the graphics card? See, you know, sometimes these game menus, they list the graphics card you have installed. Otherwise, people can just lie about it. Ooh, the performance doesn't look good. I mean, it doesn't even look good on modern cards even. But we don't have any way to confirm this is indeed a 1660. Yeah, there's no way to actually confirm this. That this footage is from a 1660 Super. So this is interesting. How long till all games require it? That's a good question. I don't know. Let's take a look at... I'm just curious. If I can spell it right. Indiana Jones. How many people are playing this? 24-hour peak is 7,000. Right now it's 4,000 something. All-time peak only ever reached 12,000. I mean, so long as it's games that I could care less about. I couldn't care less about, rather. Then, yeah, I don't care. Like, I know this might be setting a precedent, but as long as it doesn't reach games like GTA 6, Assassin's Creed Shadows, games that I care about, and it's just these kind of weird... Like, this is so... This game, to me, is so manufactured. Like... It's kind of like the Guardians of the Galaxy's PC games. To me, it just didn't make sense. Do you have to pay to ask a question? No. Though, not every question can be answered because the chat is pretty busy, so... let's see. Let me see if I... Spring says I'm disappointed with Battle Mage ray tracing. Arc ray tracing was very good. I expect them to catch up to 40 series. Well, you have to consider also this is a B500 series card. If there's a B770 and 750, it's gonna be better. So that might be where more of the higher end features like ray tracing will be focused on, but we don't really know much about those. So, yeah, I don't know. For 250 bucks, I don't care about ray tracing on a B580. Nvidia would be the only one pushing that. I would agree. Yeah. Actually, this Indiana Jones game. I wonder if it was in. What is it? What's this game called? I can't even remember the name. Is it The Great Circle? And The Great Circle. Is there a wiki article on it? Okay, let's see. So there's nothing with regards to if there's like an Nvidia close partnership or anything like that. At least on the wiki article. But yeah. I mean, I don't think Intel and AMD are going to be pushing for ray tracing, given that their cards, you know, just kind of can't compare to Nvidia. I think it's going to be the way forward for games. More and more games are starting to require ray tracing. Is there a what previous technology got introduced and was not mainstream for a while and then became the norm? Can you guys think of anything off the top of your head? Not like physics X? Physics? No, I wouldn't even say that. Like, no. No, DirectX, I don't think that's a similar comparison. That's just depending on what APIs, the different, what's it called? The different developers use, but I wouldn't say that's the same thing. Indiana Jones is from Bethesda, so new Elder Scroll might be ray tracing only. I mean, if they want to cut out a big portion of their player base, then go ahead. Just because, well, I don't know. Elder Scrolls 6 might come out in like, what, 2030 or something. So by then, maybe every company's going to have entry-level graphics cards that have decent ray tracing performance. TPM2, yeah. Write back cache, hypertransport. Yeah, but were those specific technologies that were limited to graphics cards? Or by graphics cards? I have no idea what 5090 and 5080 prices are going to be. Zero clue. I don't even want to guess. If I had to throw out a random number, I'm going to think whatever, like, the previous gen's release was plus $100. So that would make the 5080 $1,300 on release, because the 4080 was $1,200 when it first came out. So $1,200, so like $1,300, or they keep it at $1,200 because the performance isn't really up to par. So then they keep it the same price as to like what's expected out of it. But yeah, and then 5090, I don't know, 1,800. It's got like 32 gigs of RAM, which, you know, is a bump up. So they could justify selling it for that much more. But yeah, let's just say 5080 is gonna stay the same at 1,200, and then 5090 will be 1,800. That is my guess. We will lock it in and see next month. The real issue, okay, I haven't really been following Unreal Engine 5. I just know it looks amazing. And they're adopting it at a much faster rate than ray tracing. Are there any Unreal Engine 5 games yet, or is it just because they just started announcing Unreal Engine stuff, right, within the last year? But are there full like AAA studio games that have released with it yet? Arc Chronicles, I'm excited for that one, but that's not out yet. Okay, they do have this website that says what is gonna be on it. Let's see. Oh, wait, Wukong? Oh, I was not aware Wukong was Unreal Engine 5. Arc 2... Oh, Arc Survival Ascended. Arc Chronicles. What else that I would have not thought of? Entoria. Yeah, a lot of these. So, okay, there's a decent amount of games even from 2023. Yeah, lots of games actually. So, Marvel Rise of Hydra. Marvel Rivals is not listed in here. I wonder why. Did I try the demo of Matrix? No. There's a Matrix demo? Oh, wait. I think I remember this. I did not try this. I remember this. This was a 20... Yeah, this was a while ago. Yeah, I never tried that. Was there actually gameplay? A new Matrix game would be pretty awesome. The Matrix games from like Xbox and stuff like that, and PC, back in like the early 2000s, those were really fun. Bullet time as a mechanic in games is very fun. Being able to slow down time and do the Neo stuff, so... Zephyr 2.0 says, I hate how the market is so expensive these days. I'm running a 1050 Ti, lol. You don't have, just stick with the used market. Like from your 1050 Ti, if you had like 200 bucks, you could get a very, very big upgrade. You might be able to squeeze a 3060 Ti, and that would be a night and day difference. And that's, you know, spending 200-ish bucks in the used market. But yeah, you don't have to, you know, try to chase the newest stuff coming out. Go for like 1 or 2 gen old tech. That's where your discounts are. You get that, like, the used car special discount. Wait, Adam Bilkis, if you're still in the chat, I think I missed your channel membership earlier. I apologize. I hope you're still in the chat. It might have, or I don't think I saw it earlier and commented on it, so... Yeah, I'm playing it there. I'm sorry if you left the stream. Indiana Jones is Unreal Engine 5. Okay. Yes, that A580 that I was just looking at is still in my cart. I didn't check it out yet because I have to log in and all that stuff. This is a great upgrade from your 1050 Ti. Under 200 bucks, and then you sell this bundle to somebody and you get it for like 150. You know what sucks is how Nvidia locks features behind the new series they released to entice the public to buy their new crap. I agree, but AMD to the rescue, and I guess Intel too, to some degree, with their more open source solutions that you can use with any card, right? So I was using frame generation through FSR on Final Fantasy 16 on a 10-year-old GTX 970, and it worked. I was using frame generation on that in Final Fantasy, Cyberpunk, and The Last of Us. And The Last of Us and Cyberpunk ran really smoothly with FSR frame generation. So even though Nvidia is locking stuff behind it, there's still solutions, right? Regardless of what brand you have, because AMD and Intel save the day with what they have to offer. What do I think of AMD frame generation? I haven't messed with it. So I have not played games with frame generation on like competitive online games. I've only ever used it to play single player games. And usually the biggest complaint that people have is the input latency, right? So whether it be your keyboard or you're playing with a controller or something like that. So to me, I don't know, maybe I'm getting old and like, you know, I'm not as perceptive to when I press or do something and then it being shown on the monitor. But for single player games, like, we're not sweaty tryhards here, you know. I think it's fine, but if you haven't tried it yet, you should just like try whatever game that supports it, because yeah, it could definitely boost the game's performance if you're on older hardware, especially. And to me, I don't really notice the increased input latency, but what do you think of 8 gig cards? I think 8 gig cards are fine if they're priced accordingly. I mean, I don't think 8 gig cards should cost more than like $300. I think like let me think about this. If AMD released their next card, like the 8600 or 8600 XT RX, and they're 8 gigs, but they're $250. Dang, compared to the 10 and 12 gigs, I think 8 gigabyte cards are fine if you're $200 or less. Once you start going over $200, it's a balance between like the actual performance and the VRAM, because if you had a choice between a 12 gigabyte 3060 Ti or an 8 gigabyte 3070, I'm choosing the 3070. I'm sorry. Not 12 gigabyte, 16 gigabyte. It just, having the VRAM there, to me, has never made sense if the rest of the card's horsepower is not there, right? And the 3070, I think, is still a very usable card. I know in the hardware unbox tests where they tested against the 6700 XT in select games at select settings, yes, when the buffer gets filled, because, you know, 8 versus 12 gigs, you do have like texture pop in or artifacts and stuff like that. But I don't know, like, you have to have very specific use cases for that to be a thing. Who has a 3070 in the chat? Can y'all sound off whether or not y'all are like done with your 3070s, or they're still serving you just fine? Like, I used a 3070 for a decent amount of time as well, and I never saw a huge problem with it, but yes, I have heard of lossless scaling. I haven't really played with it a ton. It's not super intuitive. You gotta watch like a video to use it. Cause like, you also have to like have the program running, and then, or do you have to already have the game launched? I forget. I started messing with it, but I haven't played with it a ton, because any games I wanted to use to get frame generation on, it already had it built in. Like, I'm not going to use lossless FPS if Cyberpunk already has built-in FSR3 frame generation, you know what I'm saying? So I haven't had a chance to really mess with it a ton, but I do have it in my Steam library. Do I have sticker merch? I do. My sticker merch is this thing. It's this vinyl die-cut sticker. It's not for sale though. Sorry, I don't have sticker merch. I have stickers, but you only get one if you meet me in real life, or if I happen to send you something in the mail. And like when I sent the giveaway graphics card, I put some stickers in there. But no, I'm not selling these, because I bought them and they're shipped to my house. They're not like in a merch store. But yeah, Robert Pixit, I could probably send you some in an envelope, because that's just the cost of postage. What is the cost of postage these days? Is it still around 50 cents? I rarely send mail. Cost of postage envelope. What is like the tiniest? 73 cents for a standard size rectangular envelope stamp. Okay, so still less than $1. Yeah, I could probably send you one. This is not open to everybody. I cannot be sending out stickers to everybody, but Robert Pixit is a very active member in the community, and active member in the Discord and has been around for a while. So, and Robert asked. So, I'm opening it up to Robert right now. This is not opening up the floodgates for me sending stickers to everyone yet. But, yeah, Robert, if you send it to me, I can send you some stickers. I need that sticker for a particular reason. We'll explain later. Yeah, for sure. Just get me an address and I can send one out. I need to make sure I have some stamps. But I should be able to do that. With eBay return policies, you don't even need to be a scammer. Just buy it and return it 2 months later for no reason in particular when the cards are very available. Is that... Is that true? Anyone... Let me look at eBay. eBay return policy. Well, yeah, but what if you don't have a good reason? What the heck? That's not eBay. eBay return policy. Return an item. I mean, it is kind of a dick move, but it was the first dick move was to scalp the cards to begin with. When you request a return, seller should get back to 3 business days. If the seller doesn't respond, see, you still have to have a good reason. More info on when you can return an item. Many eBay sellers accept returns if you, yeah, whatever. If the seller states in the return policy they don't accept returns, you can ask them, okay. If the item doesn't match the listing description, the thing is that did meet the listing description. If it didn't arrive damaged or it was not, and was listed as exactly what it is, I don't know what grounds you have to return. Yeah, there's not many. I would need to look into that more. Someone use your credit card without your permission? No. That's a you go and get a chargeback on your credit card, not eBay. eBay's not responsible for that. No way. Also, that's fraud. Potential credit card or bank fraud. So I don't know if, like, you want to start going that deep with screwing over these scalpers on eBay, you know? Yes, land soon. Land very soon. I showed the thumbnails earlier. And I'm going to run A/B testing on it. But land next week. But this weekend, you guys can watch Land Party Stories TV together starting Friday. Customers always write on eBay? To a degree. I don't know. I feel like they're going to flag your account if you start doing stuff like that. And if you do it, YouTube has evidence, lol. Yeah, if I do it, YouTube has evidence. I would have to buy it under my wife's name because it's not tied to this YouTube channel. But yeah. eBay is only 30 days, even during holidays. They can keep 50% of the return if they offer free returns. Huh. What did Budgeteer say? Wait, did I miss something? Oh, Kennedy, that would be a huge upgrade. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I got 3070 and starting to notice some more stutters in newer games, but I'm planning to get a... You have a 3600. I don't know if the stutters are from your 3070, to be honest. Stutters, too. In your newer games. Yeah, 3070... I would have to revisit that. Because I haven't played the newest games with the 3070 yet. Like, Indiana Jones, which I'm not adding that to my benchmark list. I know Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be an updated game in my new, in my benchmark suite. But I need to find another game. I was thinking about Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. But, excuse me. I want to pick something that sticks around for a long time. Kind of like, you know, Cyberpunk-esque. I wanted to add Wukong, but I don't know if Wukong's gonna be like, if anyone's gonna care about Wukong in like a few months from now. It was huge when it released, but and it's a pretty demanding game, but I don't know if it's gonna stick. I want to pick games that stick. Robert Fix It, $1. There it is, the stamp donation. Check your stream summations for the exciting news. Okay, let me see. Exciting news. What news do we have? We are getting into the 2-hour mark of stream. I am starving, so I will call it now, and I will take a look at these too. But third super live. Let's see. I want a PC from Braithorn and VRLA Tech. Super shocked, humble, and it will be put to good use. Also, I might have cried a bit. Holy crap! Robert Fixit just won. Hey! And Braithorn's wearing my merch. He has mentioned that he really loves the color, you know, purple, and that he loves the merch design and the way that it contrasts. But wow, what is this system? Height Y40 case, Ultra 7 265K, 32 gigs of RAM, 2 TB SSD, 4070 Ti Super Z890. This is a sick system. Holy crap. And you just won this. Are you going to be putting the sticker onto this? Congrats, man. Nice. Yeah, for sure. I'll get the sticker sent over. When is the next LAN party? The next LAN party video is next week, if I don't screw this up. It will be before the end of the year, for sure. And then the next LAN party, we haven't set a date yet, but probably March. Yeah, if I don't screw this up, LAN party video will go live sometime next week, probably later in the week. But if I do screw it up, then before New Year's, for sure. I'm holding myself to that. Ultra 7 is actually slower than 14700K for gaming. I mean, even if that's, I mean, okay, that's true, but it's not like this is a 40 Ti Super, so it's not the top tier graphics card that's gonna super bottleneck it, and it was a free PC, so, yeah. That's huge. Congrats. Oh yeah. No, so Shauner sent these over, so we can take a look at some of these just because we have some time. These are some builds that Shauner did that I did not get a chance to look at last week, so let's get caught up. These are builds that he's selling on various marketplaces. This build, I like that rose goldish color. It's not like white. It's not yellow. It's not necessarily pink. It reminds me of the iPhone rose gold color offering that they give, but very clean build. This Sama case, dude, these fish tank cases, I'm not a fan, but I will give credit to a clean build where credit is due. And then we got this super flower case with hinged door panel and 360 AIO with, you know, just black and blue LEDs, very clean as well. Shauner usually puts together some pretty nice looking builds. And then we got this build, which is a 3070 Ti and a 12600K with the wood, was it the metallic gear case? And I would say change this to like orange or yellow, a warmer color for the wood, but clean looking build regardless. Interesting case, choice of these extension cables, sleeved extension cables on the 24 pin, but the stock cables on the graphics card. But huge congrats. Yeah, if by March 3080 Ti or 3080 10GB prices nosedive, I think the 3080, even the 10GB version, is a pretty good card still. I think most people would be happy to have that card in their system. Yeah, but it just depends on the price. But if they go down in price, you know, I think they could still be very viable. I'm Fried says, just picked up a 7600 X3D bundle from Micro Center. I haven't used AMD ever in my life, so this will be interesting. Nice. Welcome to popping that AMD CPU usage cherry, I guess. But what's a good GPU to pair with it for 1440p? How much do you have to spend is the question. 7600 X3D, can handle some pretty good graphics cards. I have not owned one personally because I can't get one. I don't have a Micro Center nearby. But I'm gonna hopefully assume that you don't have like 40, 90 types of money to throw around. So whatever you have to spend on a graphics card, you can probably max out your budget and it'll pair well. 500 plus? Well, I mean, you're looking at 7800 XT, 7900 GRE, 4070 Super. All those are around 500 to 600 bucks ish, and will pair well with the 7600 X3D. Yeah, I don't know which one would be the best to grab right now, just because things are looking kind of. Let's see, 4070 Super. See, the issue is 4070 Supers. I guess you could get the MSI Ventus one. This is pretty close to the release launch price. 630. So 4070 Super and then 7900 GRE. Are these still available? Yeah, they are. You can get the Acer Bifrost one for 530. And then what is the 7800? 7800 XT is gonna be like 450, right? 470. Okay, so I was a little bit off. But yeah, all these cards are. And if you want to look at the relative performance to each other, which is not going to be a part of this chart, let's see, 7900 GRE and 4070 Super are pretty neck and neck, with the 7800 XT a little bit behind, but it is noticeably cheaper. So the 7900 GRE would probably be your best bet, and you could get that AMD pairing. And yeah, 7900 GRE. Acer one was $489 last month. Yeah, it's looking like if the stock is gonna be is gonna decrease and they're gonna be out of production. Where the heck was that window? Actually, let's just look at what's the Amazon GRE prices looking like. And also, when you say last month, do you mean during Black Friday and Cyber Monday, or not related to those? You can't even, can you even buy these on Amazon? $800, okay. See options, currently unavailable. So Newegg looks to be your only option, unless Micro Center or something has it, but yeah, it might just be Newegg. Yeah, we went over that earlier in the stream, Chris. The news broke, it seems today, that they're stopping production on it, so prices are probably gonna go up. But I mean, for $530, does it come with any free games? It comes with McAfee. Man, it does come with free software, but it's not a game. You get McAfee Safe Connect Secure VPN. Okay, not sure how much people value that at. So just almost 2 weeks ago, the Acer one was on sale for $480 on Slick Deals. Let's take a look at Build a PC sales. Just because the searching, I think, is a little bit better. So 7900 GRE. Let's just look at all the prices just based on new. So 9 days ago. Okay, nope. Restock 12 days ago. Yep, that was one that you were just talking about. And then 13 days ago for... Oh no, that was the same. It was just a restock from this one selling out. Then a month ago, 480, 515. So, I'm thinking just based on the trend, 500, 5 months. Okay, you have to look at not just the last time it was the cheapest. Just look at the overall trend. I'm not too confident it will come back in stock at 480 ever again. So, I still think at the price at 530, it's pretty good value, especially compared to, I mean, you could get a 7800 XT for, I guess, noticeably cheaper, but compared to the 4070 Super, it's really up. You could make a case for each of the cards, but I got it for 500. Nice. Yo, I'm leaking my location on Amazon. Not really. I mean, if you look in my description section, I have a PO box address and stuff. So, the Amazon just tells you my, what does it say? It just tells you my city. Which is fine. Having a PO box already leaks my general location. People know I'm in Seattle or in Washington State near Seattle. So, thanks for looking out though. I appreciate it. That's why I make sure I'm not logged into stuff so that my actual address does not show. First one to grab a B580 wins a prize. I know, right? Okay, so next video released will be LAN party stories. Oh, we got a next week's stream. I'm thinking Tuesday. I might not be able to stream next week. If I'm able to stream, I'm thinking Tuesday. Because Wednesday's Christmas. Thursday, I imagine Zach will be streaming. Thirsty Thursdays is Zach's stream. And I would just rather, you know, not intrude into his streaming space. I think he sometimes streams Tuesday too. But of the two, if he's going to stream Tuesday, Thursday, I would rather take the Tuesday slot. Because Thursday is, I think, his more main, like, you know, permanent stream slot that he does. So, next week, I'm thinking if I can stream on Tuesday. But, with the whole, you know, Christmas being the next day, I don't know how hectic family and, like, if Melissa needs stuff, then I might not be able to stream at all. So, we will see. But, tentatively, Tuesday, same time, 5 p.m. PST, next week. Christmas Eve, I guess. Yeah. And then this Friday, I will put out a stream notification on Friday for LAN Party Stories TV 24/7. And that's just going to be a 24/7 stream channel running all the LAN Party Stories videos. And then LAN Party Stories Fall 2024 next week. Tis that time of the year. And let me see when New Year's is. New Year's Day is on Wednesday as well. We got Christmas and New Year's on Wednesday. Great. I might be able to stream New Year's though, because most people celebrate New Year's Eve, and then on New Year's it's kind of like a boring day, so we can maybe do a stream on New Year's. But yeah. New Year's ain't that important, lol. Yeah, it's really not. It's just an excuse for people to go out and drink. I think the day after Christmas would be good, but I really don't want to, unless I stream earlier in the day than Zach, because I would imagine most people will still have the day after Christmas off. Not the adults that have to go back to work, but like the younger crowd and the college students and the people who are fortunate enough to have jobs that give them like from Christmas to New Year's off. So we'll see. It's tentative. I'll decide next week which day to stream. But it's definitely not going to be on Christmas. So it's either day before or day after. But I'm leaning towards day before Christmas. I wouldn't buy B580 if it's in stock. It's slower than the 3060 Ti from 4 years ago. Well, I'm buying it because I want Assassin's Creed anyways. And for, as a YouTuber, I think it's more justifiable to buy hardware that might not be the best bang for buck value. Than someone who's chasing, you know, the most frames per dollar they can get. But I see where you're coming from, Jagsta. Look at the Walmart 7900 GRE. I'm trying to think if I've ever bought PC parts from Walmart. I bought things from Walmart online, but when they started to get into the whole PC parts thing, I don't think I've bought it. 360 for a 7700 XT. But where's the 7900 GRE? 530. Wow, look at this. The RX 570 for $600. Okay, let's see. Where is the what's the cheapest GRE here? 530. So it's like the same price as Newegg. Oh, this is sold from Newegg. What am I saying? It's because it's the same price because Newegg is also selling on Walmart. Interesting. Was there a cheaper one that you wanted me to look at? Because I'm not seeing it. 7900 GT? What? For $200? Yeah. It's like the same price as Newegg is looking like. They had a whole pre-built for $99. Okay, that sounds like a scam, but feel free to try to buy it and see if it's not a scam. You can get your money back anyways, right? So. Oh, $999. I was about to say $100 for a pre-built. Any pre-built with modern parts? Yeah, sounds like a scam. How do you think about the new 9800 X3D? I mean, my thoughts are if you have a 7800 X3D, you don't really need it. And I mean, it's the best chip. I feel like I've seen some people, maybe they buy it for future proofing, but like, to me, it doesn't make sense to buy a 9800 X3D and pair it with like a 4070 or something. Like, you don't need that powerful a CPU unless you're maybe doing some other stuff, but I don't know. There are some people who could justify getting it, but some people I feel like they're just chasing having the best gaming CPU just to say that they have it. But it just depends on the person buying it. But I've seen some weird pairings posted on social media. People getting 9800 X3Ds and getting like a $600 graphics card. To me, that pairing doesn't make sense, but they could just wanting to buy one CPU and use it for the next 10 years, so they just bought the best thing that they could. But it's kind of weird how they kind of skimp on the graphics card pairing with it. But yeah. Brian! Glad to see you in the chat, Brian. And I'm so glad. Yeah, what about in Abacus and IVT? I don't know. I would need to get the licenses for those programs to see how the cards work. How you doing, Brian? I hope you are doing well. I miss your face, dude. To be honest, I miss your grumpy face and voice. But hopefully we can meet up at some point soon in the future. Let's see. Hello, 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 hello. Good to see you in the stream. For people who don't know, Brian is actually my mentor. Was one of my mentors, IRL. So, very, very special person. But, Dino Nuggy theme build, it must happen one day. One day with those plushies. What else we got? $475. Yeah, what is the pricing for the... They're back in stock, right? They haven't... Okay, so what was the pricing just overall? If we look at this chart from Vetted, we can look at the details here. Let me zoom in some more. So, it's only been out for 41 days, or at least since listed on Amazon. Started off at 4, so it's back in stock for the MSRP list price. It's gone. Wait, has the Amazon price never moved from it? It hasn't. I guess they don't really have to give any discounts on it. What was the Newegg pricing for it? We don't have a vetted chart here. Oh, wait. Or do we? No, we don't. Brian, I think you're due. You're kind of due for an upgrade, right? So you can get that or the 7800 X3D. Either or works. Senpai Brian, exactly. Yeah, your system is getting to the point where you could make the upgrade. Plus, I'm not gonna say you're rich, Brian, and put your business out there, but I know you can afford it. Let's just say that. $480 for 8 cores is still crazy, even with the extra cash. 7950 XDD got low as $430 in September. Honestly, Brian, I think you could go for either or. Even if the 7800 XDD edges it out. I don't think you're going to get a 4090 or a 5090. So you'll be fine. I don't know if there's any upcoming sales coming, though. I think the sales that were to be had was, I don't even think there were any sales on these processors during Black Friday, Cyber Monday to begin with, so they were out of stock. Medin says, hi, I need some advice real quick. I've been wanting to get the 4080 Super for a long time. Do I get it right now or wait for a 5080 to release, assuming it would be $200 to $300 more expensive here? 4080 Super in the US is anyways like $1,000, right? See, what is the 5080 gonna release at? Is it gonna be better than the 4080 Super? I mean, are they really gonna release the 5080 for less than $1,200? If we're basing it on the base 4080, which MSRP'd at $1,000 on release? I think not. I think the 5080 is going to be at least $1,200. And then you got to wait, and then it might not be in stock. I think a 4080 Super right now is not too bad. What are these going for right now? Actually, did the stock of these get screwed up? Last thing before I go and make some salmon for dinner. Sold out, sold out. You can get open box cheese. Ooh. Ooh. I think that's the thing that's happening right now. Oh no, you can get a 4080 Super base model for $1,000 still. So they're not all gone. What's the lowest price one here? 1100 for a refurb. Ooh. See, this is what happens when you wait too long. No. I think a 4080 Super right now, if you can get this one on Amazon, if it's legit, right? For $1,000, it's not bad. Especially if you, for whatever reason, don't want AMD cards. You want ray tracing, whatever. You can have your reasons. I'm not gonna dig into it. This is sold and shipped by Amazon. So yeah. See, the thing about a used 4080 is, I don't know how comfortable people are buying used $800 graphics cards. You know what I'm saying? Like, after a certain amount spent, some people would rather just pay an extra 100 or two and get it new for the peace of mind. A used 4080, that, even for me, like, if I was in the market for one, do I just spend the extra 150 to get it brand new? That's tough. I can't make the call right now. Ventus OCs for 130, yeah. So you can choose whatever models, so long as you're not spending much more than like $10.50 on it. But I, again, say don't wait. You can come back and complain, and then I will give you a response based on your complaint once the 5080 releases at whatever price it's going to be. You can either come back in a month, if you buy one right now, a 4080 Super, you can come back and say, thank you for telling me to buy it because I've been enjoying it and the 5080 is too expensive and kind of sucks. Or you could say, why did you tell me to buy a 4080 Super? Because the 5080 Super or the 5080 would have been better value. And I will have a response for you regardless of which scenario happens in a month or two from now. So yeah. If the 5080 is cheap and nobody's going to get one because scalpers will get them on the bots, is there going to be a special show for Christmas for people to show off all the 4090s? Are people getting 4090s for Christmas? That's an awesome Christmas gift because they are already hard enough to get. So that's like a $1,500+, closer to $2,000 Christmas gift. But no, it might be a pre-Christmas show. So we might not see it till the New Year stream. If it's the post-Christmas show, then we'll see what people got for Christmas. By the way, I prefer Nvidia for NVENC. Yeah, that's, I mean, I assume that might be the case. So yeah, $1,000 on, you know, a base model, a 4080 Super. I think I would, if a friend wanted to build a PC right now and that was their budget and they preferred Nvidia, I would buy that and build it for them. PNY junk? According to who? If anything, PNY... I have not heard bad things about PNY cards across the range of them more recently. They've been getting more praise, if anything. Am I missing out on a bunch of PNY cards like failing prematurely or sucking? I just saw Jason Whitmer's tweets. I hope it worked out for him. What happened? I'm not aware of what happened with Jason. Oh, pissed at Samsung? Okay. I thought it was something like more serious, like health-wise or something. When you said I hope it works out for him, I thought there was like an emergency. Okay. Yeah. I was actually kind of aware of that situation because he had talked to me about it. But it seems like there's more developments on it. So, yeah, that sucks. All I want for Xmas is a Nope sticker? Oh, will the mail get... Did you already send me your address? What is this? Where is this? Did you DM me? I have not seen it yet. You can just send it to my email though, because I don't trust Discord. If Discord gets hacked or something, I don't want people's addresses in the DMs and all that. Wait for a 5080 if you're a god at sniping one on release date. Nah, just get the 4080 Super and start enjoying your PC. I guess unless you already have a pretty decent PC now that can hold you over. But if you're like on an old system and you're ready for a new PC right now, then I would not wait personally. Wait till March? Mike, you can't tell people to wait till March. March is like 3 months away from now. You can tell people to wait if they have a working system. You can't tell them to wait if they are itching to build a PC and don't have one or have an old system. You'll look for the email? No, you need to send me an email, Robert. Not me send you an email. Oh, you'll look for the email? It should be in the description somewhere, I think. Or my email is like on my Twitter or something. Here, I'll put it here. Don't send me spam or I will block a lot of people who send me spam. There's the email. You can do a lot of gaming in 3 months. You can do a lot of photo editing, video editing, browsing. You can do a lot of stuff in 3 months. That is worth, you know, however much the price that you pay right now. What do they call it? Opportunity costs? Mike is so tired of the PC media false narratives. Which false narratives? We need to write down some of the predictions you have, Mike, regarding the crashes. I need to be better about writing them down so that when we get to that time of the month or the stream, we can see if they came true or not. Because some of them I did not believe, but I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. Hunter, that's just thanks, I appreciate it. Alright, we are, yes, 20 minutes past 7, so I always buy at Run and Clearance, and it's in March. You had, well, you had SSD predictions and stuff as well too, right? I should have timestamped them better in the previous streams or written notes down better, but yeah. What are the near-term predictions, Mike? Like for January, are there any major price drops on any of the components, or from any of the specific, you know, Nvidia, AMD cards or anything like that? Is the next big price change for PC builders coming in March, or is there anything before that? Vince says, for me, is 24H2 stable now? Is that the Windows? Because Windows 10 is 22H something, right? Let me see. Is that the Windows 11 version? Yeah, 22H2 is the Windows 10, so I'm guessing 24H2 is Windows 11. I don't... Was there a stability problem? I game a little bit on my laptop that is a 24H2, or updated, and I never saw any problems, but... Rockio is getting a 7900 XTX for Christmas, finally getting rid of the Dell Optiplex. Congrats! That is a huge upgrade. Wait, you're getting rid of a Dell Optiplex and you're getting a graphics card? What about the rest of the PC? Oh, okay, got it. Okay. Oh, sweet. Let me see if I can get this in the mailbox tomorrow. And being on the same coast, we should be good in terms of getting it before Christmas. Thoughts on a 1660 Super Nitro? I mean, if you can get it for like $70 or something, sure. 60 or 70 bucks, I wouldn't really spend much more than that. Reluctant Hero says, PNY cards are great. They adhere to Nvidia Founders Edition specs and do the job they're designed to do. Yeah, I honestly don't have a problem with cards clocking like at the same clocks as Founders Edition cards. I don't need it to be extra overclocked. I could do that on my own. Usually there's enough headroom for even the base model cards to overclock a little bit. But yeah, I'm not super nitpicky about that kind of stuff. How's PNY's warranty support? How's any company's warranty on average? Gigabyte, haven't really heard great things about them. Asus, I mean, they got dragged through the cold for their stuff. Is MSI that good, or did MSI also have bad reputation? Zotac has horrible reputation, so we're gonna run through the list of all the companies and their warranty support. EVGA was the best, but they're gone. I don't know if any of the other companies have super stellar, you know, warranty and customer support. It's good, trust me, bro. Yeah. I sell a 2060 for $100 on Facebook. That seems pretty good. Yeah. Oh, wait, 2060 for 100. I mean, that seems about the going rate. I wouldn't say. Actually, I haven't looked at my own market. The 2060 was it's an interesting card because it does have the ray tracing features, which I guess makes it a little bit more valuable, but no one really cares about it. Everyone cares about the Rasper performance, but the Rasper performance comes in around like a 1070 Ti, so then you have to like base the pricing based, you know, like on that, right? How much for an EVGA 3060 for the Win Ultra? I don't know, probably like $220 is in the used market is what I'd pay for it. Just because it's an EVGA card. I have been seeing 3060 Ti's pop up in my marketplace for around 200, and I bought one for 200 not too long ago. So, yeah, that's how much I would pay. What would be the closest to EVGA's reputation nowadays? I don't know. The thing about warranties and stuff like that, like all the stories that you hear from Reddit and social media, and you know that's covered on Gamers Nexus expose videos. It's hard for me to imagine that being the majority of the cases. Most of the time, warranties, returns, RMAs, and stuff, I think just go through without issues. the vocal minority are the people who are going to go online and make posts and complain about it because they had the issue. People who have a flawless RMA experience are not going to go and write praise posts. There are some, but most of them are just going to go move on with their day, you know. So it's really, I honestly don't know which company has the best RMA experience. You would really have to ask someone like a boutique SI, a system integrator or something. Someone who is literally dealing with thousands of graphics cards from the different brands and see, first of all, the failure rate's not even that high. So even their data is going to be a bit skewed. So yeah, you have to, that information I don't think is very, let's just say, like shaped and representative. You for sure hear more bad than good in reviews. Yeah, because people with bad experiences are more likely to leave a review than people. Like, I buy so much stuff from Amazon and Newegg and all these companies. When it comes and works, I don't go back and leave a review on it, which I'm not doing my job, I know. But most people don't do that when they have something that works as intended. What's the best GPU to buy now? Hard to say. AMD 6000 series is pretty good. Nvidia 3000 series in the used market is not too bad either if you can get a good deal. But it's hard to recommend. There's too many. B580, I would say if it's in stock, but kind of hard to recommend it when it's not in stock. RX 6600 for 150. See, used, I feel like those, I mean, they're going for that much, I feel, but they should be a little bit cheaper with how cheap that A580 is now. Let me look on eBay real quick. Yeah, the RX 6600, I like it. I like it a lot. I recommended it so much. You can get RX 6600s for as low as, in working condition, about 160 it looks like. So 150, that seems about right. User leaves stellar reviews. Response, he's glazing. Thunder One says, hey Danny, how are you? I was wondering, will a Ryzen 5 5800, or Ryzen 7, sorry, 5800 non-X bottleneck a 7800 XT? No, I don't think so. You can, I mean, you're probably going to target 1440p, turn up the settings. You can balance out that those parts. And if you already have, do you already have a 5800 non-X, or are you about to buy one? If you're gonna buy one, then I would say maybe try to get like a 5700 X3D from AliExpress for like 160 bucks. But if you already have the 5800X and you're planning on getting a 7800 XT, I would say that's fine. So it depends on what you already have and don't. Yeah, you have one you just ordered. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're good. I've had really good experience with Asus warranty support. Yeah, but a lot of people are going to chime in and say they did not have good warranty. Especially, I guess that was for the, the Asus ROG Ally or whatever, specifically in the Gamers Nexus expose. But I'm sure there's plenty of people with horror stories from Asus customer support. But alright, it is 7:30. I do not know when I will see you all next. I mean, I will technically see you on Friday for the 24/7 stream, but I'll just be in the comments for a little bit on that one. Then that stream's gonna run forever. But in terms of the next stream, it might be day before Christmas or day after Christmas. So if I don't see you guys and Christmas already happens, I hope you guys, you know, have a wonderful either Christmas or just general holiday, you know, celebrations. Hope you guys get a good break from, you know, work, from school, from whatever obligations you have. Hope you get to spend time with friends and family, and just stay safe. You know, during the holidays, people they do be celebrating, they do be drinking and then sometimes driving. So just stay safe, and we will check back in the next time we have the full stream, and I will put out the notice on that as soon as I can, just because it's so busy. But y'all have a great rest of your night, have a great rest of the week, and have a great weekend coming up. LAN party stories will be coming out sometime next week. I will give you further updates on that as I am editing. But y'all have a good one. PC Tech Hustle just dropping by to say happy holidays with the $20 super chat right before the stream ends. I feel so bad having to end the stream with this super chat dono, but Dan, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. But yeah, you guys have a great one. Take it easy, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.